Hello everyone, and welcome to First Look at Old World. I'm your host, Colors Fade. This is a Civilization game that was not on my radar until a couple of weeks ago when the developer reached out to me with a CD key for the first DLC called Heroes of the Aegean. The DLC is actually going to come out the same time, the same day, I understand, that the actual game comes out. This is a game that's still in development that's going to release this year. And let me give you a little bit of background here. I started playing Civilization games at Civilization 2 way back in the Dark Ages. And that was the game that got me into strategy gaming. Shortly after that, I found Heroes of Might and Magic, and I fell in love with the whole fantasy side of strategy gaming. And then my strategy gaming time got derailed by EverQuest and EverQuest 2, and for a decade or longer, I didn't play any strategy games. And by the time I got back into it, the Civilization games had gone through several evolutions and looked much different than they did during the game Civilization 2 that I fell in love with. So I moved to Galactic Civilizations 3 because even though it was set in space, it still played more like the old Civilization 2 that I loved. I bought Civilization 5. I own it. I put some time into it, and I don't like it. So to fill that gap in Civilization-style strategy games, I bought Crusader Kings 3 from Paradox when it came out. And while there's a ton of stuff about Crusader Kings that I really like, there are certain annoyances, particularly with the way armies work, that keep me from dedicating a whole lot of time to the game. It's just annoying enough to not suck me in. So when Old World showed up, I was like, wait a second, this could be really cool. And sure enough, as I have spent some time going through the tutorials and stuff, this is a really cool game. If you like Civilization and strategy games, I think this is going to be something you're going to want to play. First of all, let's start here. Let me begin with the game look and feel is polished as heck. This is a great game. One of the people who's working on this game, one of the lead, I guess, directors or developers, worked as a director on Civilization 4. So they have experience with this genre of gaming. One of the things that grabbed me right out of the gate was they have a really nice tutorial. And these give you little scenarios and they teach you about the basics of the game in a way that's really nice because you're playing the game. And it's so many games don't take the chance to even try to bother building a nice tutorial system for them. And this is the kind of game that really needs a tutorial. That's why people come to my channel for Stellaris content, because Stellaris needs a good tutorial. It's so big and it's so deep. Nobody wants to read through a 270-page manual, which is what the developers of Distant World 2 thought was a good idea. Let's just come out and say it. That's a bad idea, and that's a huge reason why I'm having a problem getting into Distant Worlds 2, is because it doesn't take this tutorial style approach. These are fantastic for learning the game. You can see I've completed 2. I'm working on my 3rd one. It's polished. So if we go in here, my tutorial last save, and I just want to show off a few of the features so you can get an idea of what this looks like. If you're a Civilization player, if you've played those games before, a lot of this is going to feel very familiar. And at the same time, if you've dabbled in Crusader Kings, many of those elements are going to feel familiar. Right now, to me, in the early stages of the game, not having spent a lot of time in it yet, Old World feels like the combination of the best elements of Civilization with the best elements of Crusader Kings. And they have removed, so far, the things that annoy me about both games. So for me, so far, this has been a home run. I can't wait to spend more time in it and really dig into it. But in the early stages, I'm very excited about it. You could see how it looks. I mean, classically, it looks like Civilization, right? It's got the hexes, it's got your workers working, it's got your city, all the different tiles. It looks like Civilization. They've done a good job of doing that, so it's familiar. But it also has all of these people, court members, all characters, eligible governors, eligible generals, your relationships with them, and all the different things that you can do to influence them. Very much feels like Crusader Kings to me. So, and who knows, I haven't spent enough time in Civilization 5 or 6 to be able to say if this is part of those games. It's what I'm getting from Crusader Kings. But so far I really like this. One of the things that I want to explain is the order system, because to me it's new. Again, this may be something that was in Civilization 6. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it in Civilization 5, but I think it's really cool. So I'm going to go to my next unit. Let's see. This guy over here, he's done building. He's a worker. He needs to build something else. What can we... This, you can see, I like how on these tiles... So, classic Civilization, you can hover over it, and it'll show you the +6, +8, +8.5. You can see where the food bonuses are. And I like that they've got like this little icon here. So it's kind of like giving you a hint of what you should do. Build a mine. You're going to get some good mining bonuses from that. Your stats, of course. Your resource stats are up here. How much money you're making each turn. Food, you're +11 food each turn. +11 ore, +14 ore each turn. We're low on, what is this? So this is wood rate, -1. So press F1 to open the associated encyclopedia entry. Oh my gosh. So they do have an encyclopedia. I was looking for this the other night. This is great. So, yeah, civics. Okay. Wow. Bunch of stuff. Stone. Yeah. Civics. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay, here's something I wanted to see. Oh, so there's a ton of characters. Great. Lost missions. This is what I wanted to see. Intercession. The game has you do an intercession during the second tutorial. Or maybe it's the third tutorial. And I didn't understand what it meant, so I wanted to see, and I couldn't. I figured it had to have a codex or something in here. This is... Intercession. Years to complete. Plus 50% intercession finished. Intercession exposes our weakness. Intercession event. I'd like to know more of what this does. I guess I need to look up the word. Intercession. Okay, so what it appears that this does is it just basically results in positive reputation. It's a lot like Crusader Kings' influence mission when you're trying to improve someone's outlook towards you. So that's what it did. And there's different kinds. This is... I mean, look, this is great. It's all in here. You want to know what stuff is? I love seeing this. This is fantastic. I love the way the UI looks and feels. But I love that you can see as I'm holding the mouse over here, there's 3 tiles here that have little icons above them. So these are obviously special tiles. You can build a shrine to Zeus there is what it's suggesting. You can build a mine over here. What can I build over here? Can I build... It says build a farm, remove trees, plus 20 trees. Is there any way to just build a lumber yard, or is that something that I'm gonna have to do? I'm just gonna type it in here and see how it works. Lumber mill improvement. Oh yes, output plus 5 a year. Required tech, forestry. Oh, I gotta show you research. Okay, so that's another thing here. There's so much to this game. So research. So this is great. The research part shows up as cards, so it kind of has the randomness built into it a little bit that Stellaris does, but you can still see the whole tree here. This is fantastic. Oh my gosh. So where's the lumber mill? That's what I'm curious about. Steel, forestry, lumber mill, right there. So I gotta go through here. Okay. Alright, that's cool. Oh my gosh, I love that you can see the tree. Whenever a strategy or 4X game is gonna let me see the tree, I'm in absolute love with it. Oh my gosh, this is great. Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled with this. So far, I've just not had enough time to put time into it. And so here's where I want to get into the orders and the movement thing. Right here is your orders. rate plus 12.6. In most of the Civilizations game, every unit has a number of tiles that they can move, and that's all they can move. In Old World, you actually use orders to move them around. Now, you can see I still have 3 dots above these guys. The dots is their exhaustion. They're going to be able to move 1, 2, and then 3 times, and then they're exhausted and can't move any turns. The number of total things that you can do each turn, all the units that you can move combined and all the different things that you can do are based on one score, this one thing that you have called orders, a resource really. And if you don't use all your orders every turn, some of it comes back to you in the form of money. So we want to go up here and take these barbarians out. And this shows how many orders it takes to move these guys. So we're at 10. We're at 11 right now. If we move here, this number is going to go down from 11 to 10 to 8 to 9. So it drags us 3 orders down to move them to right there. So you can see it went from there to 8. And they're fatigued now because that's as far as they can move. I've got a scout here that I was using to scout things. Your scout can go up and do things like collect resources and things like that. I don't want to move him that far this turn though. What I want to do is go back to this worker. So what are you going to do there, worker? What is this? This is I can build a farm up there. So you can see that brought us down to 6 orders, and I love it. You just hold the mouse over and it tells you you're going to be down to 6 orders by the time you move there. And you could tell him build a mine farm. Great, build a farm and get him building. Next unit, there's our scout, and he's the last unit. So if we don't want to move our scout, you don't have to, and you could just hit end of year. And let's see, we're going to get 42 more gold this turn, which would put us at about 425. But if we don't use all our orders, let's see what happens. And it jumped us up to 575 because we got bonus from not using all our orders. Myrtail the Minister has converted to Greek paganism. Religion, of course, plays a huge role in this game. And one of the really cool things is when you found a city, at least with the faction that the Greeks, the faction that you're starting with during the tutorial, when you found a city, it's not like classic Civilization where you just found a city. You actually have a choice of one of 4 families with different bonuses, like to research or to warfare or whatever. And that family founds the city, and because they get to found the city, they're going to have a higher reaction toward. They're going to have a higher reputation with you. They're going to like you better, and they're going to have more influence and all that kind of stuff. So there's all sorts of little politics with families and things going on in here, and it's just, oh my gosh, there's so much to this already that I'm already really liking. So we want to move these guys. We got 12 orders. This moves us down to 9, and that exhausts them. That's as far as they can move. They can't go any further. So next unit is our scout. This city is done with its production. Work is completed. Choose what to work on. So what do you want? Oh, that's yeah, so we got a worker right here, and we could build some things. So over here it says build a mine, because you're going to get a bonus. This would be build a shrine of Zeus is what it's suggesting. Or you could build a bunch of other stuff. Or you can build a farm. What's this? Enables mining. See, and you could see how busy this dialogue is. I have to wrap my head around everything, because you can see potential bonuses. Hill, plus 60% to the ore that you retrieve, I guess. Redemption Cathedral, plus 20% output. Autarky, plus 20 output. Plus 10% per adjacent mine. Plus 100% per adjacent mill class improvement. Wow. So, lots of stuff there. I'm going to shuffle that person over there and tell them to build a mine. And it says, yeah, so, and if we were to build a quarry, potential bonuses. Arid plus 20. Okay, so we'll build the mine. Next unit, that's still that guy. And then the town can build something. So there are some repeatables in here, like festivals. So we know about repeatable texts. like Galactic Civilizations 3 had these, where after you had built everything that you wanted to build in your city, in order to keep them busy, you could do repeatables that would earn you things. So there's Inquiry, Olympiad, Council, so different things there. Treasury, permanent, so you can build a treasury. Or we can build another worker, or a settler, or a scout, or a militia, warrior. These guys have a maintenance cost of iron, so we could build them. Kind of like the idea of building a treasury. What's this do? Plus 10 per year. Plus 10 coin per year on completion. Professional army plus 2. Babylonian plus 2. Leads to treasury 2. Costs 20. Produces 40 civics. Okay. Let's just build it and see what happens. Next unit. And that's it. He's the last one. So if I don't want my scout to do anything, we picked up these pigs. That's why there's a little like garbage can icon there, because pigs need time to regenerate. So, and I grabbed these horses. Can I grab them again? Yes. So you can keep going around harvesting these things. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It's not a one-time deal. So we could go over here and get these gems again. Oh wow, I like that. Oh my gosh. So here's this worker. He's built this location. He's got his... Wow. Okay, so if I take you... What do I want to have you doing over? What's this? Build a quarry. Okay. So it's suggesting I build one there. I mean, it's going to take a long time to learn what you should be building and if all the suggestions are correct and things like that, but you could see it's Civilization. It just, so far from what I played, it seems like really cool Civilization. Like I had to spend a mission to make my son Prince Alexander like me more, so you can go over here and you can tell him to marry Myrtle the minister. Oh wow. Wow. Convert religion via Matriarch Gorgo the Strict. Oh wow, so there's stuff you can do here like that. Prince Alexander, male. -2 per cruise. Wow, so I gotta like make sense of all these numbers and what they mean. Heir, succession to the throne. It's just, there's some neat stuff in here. It's gonna be a deep game. There's gonna be a lot to it. So barbarians, we're gonna go over here and try to kill these guys. And he's just going to kind of go gather some more stuff. Harvest gems. Excellent. And what's this down here? If I move these guys one more, then they're going to be exhausted. So I'm just going to leave them there. And I'm going to leave him there. And I'm going to end my turn. So here we go. Here is the research. This is another thing I wanted to show. So it comes up as this card system. You can, like it says, you can go view the whole tech tree and see. So if I want to get to lumber mill, I got to go, and we just did this. Porless. Asked to declare war. So we can go through forestry. So, research. Mini tree. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, so hold on. Choose research. That's what I wanted to do. Forestry, give me that. 9 years. Okay. This person, next year. Okay, now these guys. Alright. Click on them and fire away, gentlemen. So you can look at these guys, barbarians. Angry. It's, marauders. Tribal, infantry, +25 from urban, melee, -50 across the river. You can see that these are the important numbers here. Base attack defense is 3, and they can move 2. And our base attack defense is 4.6, because I took a little time to level these guys up, which I really like how they do that too. He can go get these pigs again. Harvest pigs. Wow. Cool. So they can move further. They have less exhaustion. Choose production in our main city. We can produce, let's see, walls. Oh, wow. Make it better for defending. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's going to take a long time to figure out all this stuff and what you should actually be building. I like this. It's got numbers up here telling you wood. We're going to get that fixed. Okay, he's up here. So he built a farm. Okay. That's right. Shrine of Athena. Yeah, and the Shrine of Athena gets what? It gets some kind of bonus when it's built next to something else. Can it be adjacent to another shrine? So that's why you can't build those. Oh yeah, the hamlet. I think it's the hamlet gets the bonus. I think this gets a bonus if it's next to a hamlet. I need to figure out, is there a way to click on this? Oh, middle click or hold shift. Freeze the tooltip. Okay, so hold shift. Middle click or hold shift. I'm going to middle click. I did. Oh, and there it is. So it says Shrine of Athena. Urban improvement. Spreads Greek paganism. +2 to Greek paganism. Enables the acolyte. Potential bonuses. +1 per year adjacent to a courthouse. Oh. So can we build a courthouse with this guy? Not yet. Okay, well. In that case. What else? And so right here it's saying build a mine. Okay. Build a mine then. Buddy, if your suggestion is right. In the year. They retaliate against us. So we're gonna see. I like that. It's just, it's classic civilization. It's simple. It's not overly awful. This group here we can add a general to. King Philip. +20% if same unit adjacent flanking. We can add a general to it. Heal in neutral territory. He's currently the general, I believe. Gains XP from combat. Oh, I have to wait. Okay. I have to wait because they're on cooldown. Let's see about that then. Let's see if we can do that next turn. The scouts are running around here. Duke Electus, your son's second line, now has the zealot trait. Oh, wow. Okay. So up here, add a general. Prince Alexander. Choose. Alright, so your son is now the general over here. Oh, and it's got his little icon right there. Oh, that's great. So that's how you can tell. Okay. And it says release general. Okay. Hero, general, heal in neutral territory. Alright, I don't think that's necessary. Let's see if we can just kill these guys. Oh, we can't do anything else this turn. Oh, because we're like on a cooldown. It has turn cooldowns when you do things like assign generals or promote or whatever. So what we can do, and we can't move. Yeah, because they're on cooldown. We should have moved them and then added a general is what we should have done. You're going to have to learn all the strategies for this. Choose production over here. Sure, let's add walls. And you have built yet another mine. I don't think you can build anything there because it's outside of our city bounds. What is this? Build another quarry. Build a farm. Build a granary. Okay, let's do that. Off they go. This guy's done it up here. So it's saying what? Build a shrine of Zeus. Sure, I'll do that. It's just, again, it's, you know, classic strategy game. I'm gonna have to figure everything out else about it, but it's gonna be fun while we're figuring it out. The recent actions of Duke Alcetus, your son, have called into question the sound judgment. He has lost one wisdom. So you can go up here and see, like, here he is right here. Influence via the king. Convert religion. Make chosen heir. Family marriage. I'm going to try to influence him. Alright, finish these barbarians up. So this now becomes a place where you want to create a city. This is what's a little different than what I remember from Civilization 3 or 5, I mean. Is that in that game, I think you could build anywhere you wanted to. So it was a matter of were the surrounding resources the way you wanted it. Here, it doesn't quite work like that. You got to have these special green tiles, and I'd like to show that. So I'm going to wait for next turn for those guys. Can you go get these gems again? You can't. Okay. So what I want to do is I'll finish up this introductory episode thing. It's not really an episode. I do want to do a Let's Play series with this, but I kind of want to learn a little bit more about the game before I do it. I want to build a settler. The health of Queen Consort Olympias, your wife, has begun to decline, and she is now ill. Duke Alcetus, your son, takes deep pleasure in his own achievements. It's no lie to call him proud. And you can hover over it, and it says there's the trait. Wow, minus 1.5 research, global plus 15 to basically the shield means, like, I think your military prowess. Minus 40 opinion of the leader, notable characters. Minus 40 opinion of the leader. Well, we're working on him, so. The queen is ill. Interesting. Divorce the queen. The mission is already active. Influence. Okay. That's cool. So yeah, you can do one at a time, just like. And so here we go. Here's our army right here. And so what you can do this turn is heal. Harvest pigs. I need to pay attention to what's going on, but I just kind of wanted to rip through some of this stuff. The Eros River. So what is this? Build a mine. Okay, you want to go build a mine over there? As I just kind of click some buttons here. You have successfully exerted your influence upon the Duke. He becomes influenced by King Philip the Settler. Queen Consort is thankfully feeling much better now and is no longer ill. Moralia has converted to Greek paganism. Duke Lysander, your son, now has the Builder trait. Oh, how fun. Your influence spreads. You have successfully influenced 3 more characters. That's what this was part of this part of the tutorial. Character opinion affects how productive they are and how they will react towards you. Family opinion affects the productivity of their cities and how effective their units are in battle. Negative family opinion may lead to rebellions. Foreign nations and tribe opinion. So opinion. Using the abilities of your leader, the head of your religion, and the heads of your families, you are able to influence the opinion of characters or intercede on your leader's behalf, and thus their families, nations, tribes, and religions' opinions. If you are able to maintain pleased or friendly opinions for many characters, you will find your nation's stability and prosperity is easy to maintain. But remember, it only takes one bad apple to spoil the barrel. So that's the that's like the goal of this particular part of the tutorial. I want to see if we can get to Pella is idle. Okay, so how long would it take to build a settler? Because that's the thing I want to show. 6 years. Let's do that and then we'll call it good. These guys are going to keep healing. And he's going to keep jumping around between the different groups. Matriarch Gorgo the Strict has died. Matriarch Moralia is now the head of the Greek paganism. So people do die in this game. What are you going to do here? It's a right click to move them. Hamlet. Urban improvement. Build anywhere. Plus adjacent for Odeon and Bath class improvements. Where's our Odeon? Is this... One of these is our Odeon. What is this thing? See, here's what I haven't figured out yet is... This is Urban Flat. Freshwater, River, Owner, Pella. It's improvement. Oh, it says improvement. It's a theater. And this is improvement. Shrine of Athena. This is a granary. I thought I built an Odeon. I did. It's right here. So if we go here, what can we have her build? Oh, because it was saying a hamlet. 20% for adjacent Odeon and Bath class improvements. Develops into a village in 20 years. Oh, so if she moves over here, what happens if we build that? Okay. Turns into a village in 20 years. Alright, let's see about that. Heal you guys all the way up. Great, you're done. Grab the horses again. That gave us, it just gives you gold, so that's great. There's different things up here. This is kind of like the edge of the map because it's the tutorial, so there's no other civilizations or anything. They were teaching you how, in the tutorial, they just teach you how to take over barbarians, basically, which works really well. So end the year. Queen consort has fallen ill again. Oh. He's gained the compassionate trait. Wow. So this stuff here, the traits and their benefits, reminds me exactly of what Crusader Kings is doing, which I liked. It was really cool. Like I said, it feels like they've taken kind of the best parts of the game and of both of those games and mash them up into this, and I really like it. Alright, you guys are just going to stay there. You're going to grab some more gems. So that was... What is... So that is a symbol that I'm not 100% sure of. Concepts. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to learn what it means. This is... There's science. I was looking for some resources. Okay. Oh wow, there's incense. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what would fall under resources. Theologies, traits, tribes, tutorials, unit effects. I want to know what that little symbol does. I'll have to figure it out later. I don't want to bore you guys. So that's interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do with these guys is just fortify them. And then end the turn. I want to get the settlers up there. She's no longer ill. He's gained the courage trait. Our son has. And this guy's just going to keep building. What can you build there? I don't want to build a hamlet necessarily. Now, can he build a road? Let's have him move next turn and figure that out. Choose production over here. They could build a settler in 13 years. I'm not as concerned about that. Let's have them build a militia. Has 3 and 2. This has 4 and 2. Let's build a warrior. Alright, she's still building. So she built that. And this one's Shrine of Hades. Oh, wow. Adjacent to a mountain, it provides bonus. What is this? This is culture. Okay. When a city's culture bar is filled up, a positive event occurs. Oh, wow. How do we tell when our culture bar is filled up? Oh, I'll have to figure that out too. Okay. City's overall culture level increases. The 4 culture levels are weak, developing, strong, and legendary. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm still not seeing it on the top bar. I'll have to find that out. See, so much to do in all these games. That's cool though. Wow. I like it. I like that you can just middle mouse button click and that keeps that up there for you. That's awesome. Shrine of Hades. Next, adjacent to a volcano, adjacent to a mountain. Huh, I wonder if I could build it like over here then. Is this a temperate mountain? So Shrine of Hades. Let's build that. Alright, in year. King Philip the Settler, you has now become severely ill. Oh no. Queen Consort Olympias has converted to Greek paganism. Great. Your son is at home in the hills and the mountains. He is a Highlander. Fun. Okay. I don't know about roads. That's the thing I don't know about. So, what's this? Upgrade. Upgrade to militia. Oh no, I don't want to upgrade him. I don't see anything that allows me to build... Oh, add a road. Requires labor force. Okay. Hold N to see all roads and rivers. Requires labor force. Oh, well, where's your labor force at? Labor force. Where? Oh, it's up here. So it's after ironworking. Okay. See, I love it. It tells you what you need, and then you can just go look it up and research the tree and see where it is. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, let's... What do you want to build right there? Shrine of Poseidon. This is 20% for adjacent nets. I want you to go build this near the water. Build a Shrine of Poseidon. You can't harvest those yet. And the turn I want the settlers. Severely ill, coughing up blood, mucus, and suffering from sharp pains in your chest. Queen's consort Olympus fears she does not have much time left. Oligarchs, Aegis the Younger is converted. Oh no, my wife. So here's the thing. When the research choices pops up, you get these things that aren't actually research. You get free worker discovery, permanently trashed when discarded. So this card gets used and you get a free worker. A free court scholar. Redraw requires a scholar leader. So we can't do the one thing that I wanted to do because we can't redraw. So see, it's that randomness built in, which is kind of cool. So redraw requires a scholar leader, and this will give you a free court scholar. I wonder if he can become a leader then. Okay, let's do that. Show me. Alright, so you're busy doing that. Let's see, you want to go build, what's this? Build a hamlet right there? Okay. Go build a hamlet. Next, no, I don't want to move in it. Okay, hold on. Is our settler about done? It's converted to Greek paganism. Okay, so now we have a settler. Here we go. This is the last thing I want to show. So... you built that shrine. You can't build nets yet. I think you have to be able to build nets in the water, and you can't do that. So what's this? So you could build like a farm right there. Choose production at Pella. Settler, worker, scout, militia, farmer, miner, stonecutter, apprentice, acolyte. Let's build one of those. Oh, master acolyte. Hold on. Let's build that. Okay. And I want to get the settlers up there. Although he is at death's door, King Philip the settler, you, has miraculously recovered. Oligarch Aegis the Younger has died. Oligarch Hippias of Pella is now the head of the Cypselid family. Duke Lysander, your son, third in line, being superstitious, believes in many strange and mysterious things. Ooh. Okay, let's get these guys up here so we can do that soon. What can you do there? Oh, you can build an Odeon. Right. I'm just kind of rushing through this because I want to show you how the settlers thing works. Oh, and now I've become ill again, so I spent... And my wife is miraculously recovered. So here you go. Here's the green tiles. So you move them up here. It's got to be one of these green tiles where you can settle. So, and then you have your founding family. So this was... When you start, you have to found your first city with one of the 4 founding families. And then after I killed some barbarians, you took over this one. So I gave them a different founding family. You can see it. It's the Achaemenid family. They've got their special little icon here that's kind of cyan colored. This family over here is the Cypselid family. They're artisans. So now we have a choice between these guys, champions, or these who are patrons. So you choose Increase the economy. Greece now has 3 cities, one for each of the 3 chosen families in your nation. You should now focus on improving your economy of Greece. Have your workers build improvements in all your cities. The capital has some good farm sites to the west of the city and the quarry sites to the east next to the mountains. Your eastern city has some good mine sites on the east side of the river and the wheat site on the west side. Your western city has lots of trees, which aren't really useful to you yet, maybe in the next tutorial. Increase the output of food, iron, and stone to 20 per turn for each. Note the output of each yield is shown next to the stockpiled amount as a green plus number in the red. So the tutorial continues. An army to defend or attack. With great riches come greater threats. As Greece increases in wealth and power, other nations may covet our cities. Philip, it is time to build a mighty army to ensure Greek dominance. Increase your army size to 3 melee and 3 ranged units. You will need to research trapping if you haven't already to enable the slinger unit, which is ranged. Okay, so there you go. Founded our 3rd city, and the tutorial continues, and it gives you some objectives, and it's all very, very cool. And you can save as right there. Yes, override it. You can see the UI is slick. It looks like Civilization. It looks good. The graphics look good. You can zoom in here and see all this stuff, and it looks really neat. I mean, things are animating. Your queries, you got your workers. I can't wait to start digging in. I can't wait to just start in sandbox mode and just try to conquer, you know, as much as I can. But I want to learn everything first, so I'm playing the tutorials. But folks, my first impression of this, I'm happy because I have missed out on having a Civilization game to keep me occupied for a long time. Civ 2 is 30 years ago. And Galactic Civilizations 3 did it for me for a long time until they ruined the game with expansions that changed the fundamentals of the game in bad ways. So my hope is that the team here with Old World will make the game better as they go forward and not worse. But right now I think it's off to a great start. I just need to learn more about the game. As always, it's a 4X game, so it's very deep. So, you know, people ask questions like, what's the meta? What's the best things to do? What should I be building? When should I be building it? How should I be doing the research? I like that the research has some randomness built into it, and yet you can still see the tree. I like the way they've combined these two things of like the randomness of the Stellaris 3-tiered tree. They've got the card game and how there are some cards that are one-offs and the cards are thrown away when you're done, and they can get you things like free settlers or whatever. But you can still see the tree and do some planning. This part I really like. It's like, okay, how far can I go here? This is completed, locked, researching available, discard pile in the deck. This is really neat. I like the way orders function. I like the way they've got all this family stuff going on and reputation points, and you're going to need to influence them, and there's a religious thing, and it's just, I like that you can click that, middle mouse click, and the dialogue stays up. That's huge, and you can hover over this and see, what is it? Oh, it's culture, and it's got a big long description for you. I mean, this is, as a user interface experience, I'm already really liking, like recently, if you saw me post my review for Elden Ring, you know I love the game. I'm absolutely sucked into it and playing it and enjoying it, but the UX is terrible. The user interface experience is awful. This is the opposite of that. The user interface experience here is awesome. There's a whole bunch of music in the game. Let me show you that. I wanna real quickly go over that. Options. You go to audio. You go to oh, where is it? Options submit button. No. Oh yeah. Where's audio? Here we go. Shuffle to next track. But here you can put this in recording and streaming copyright safety mode. You turn that on, and a bunch of these become grayed out. The ones that can't be used, and then I have turned a bunch off myself because I didn't like certain tracks. The music in this game isn't the best. At least right off the bat, I'm not enjoying most of it, and I've turned a lot of tracks off because some of it has been very, very annoying to listen to. But that is the minorest of gripes compared to everything else about this game. Look at this UI. This is polished. This is a polished game. I've encountered no bugs so far. Now, granted, there may be bugs with numbers where a +2 is actually a -1 by accident somewhere in the code. I haven't had time to dig into those details that much yet. But this is just, it's not, they're putting everything on the screen that you need to see, but they're not doing it in a super intrusive way. And just the fact that you can right click, that you can middle click with your mouse button and keep dialogues up, right click to show potential missions. I mean, this is, wow. So what if I mouse click the, oh yeah, so right there, so I right clicked her and it shows this. Oh, it just brought him right up there in context. Wow. Yeah, this is, you got all these people, all these different ways. This is like eligible ambassadors. So these are your filters. This is great. Eligible spy masters. Oh my god. So this is the part that's kind of like Crusader Kings, and I like it. I mean, it's just, you got your mini map and a bunch of stuff down here, a bunch of different options. They just, I think they've built this UI really smartly, and I'm pretty stoked. I mean, simple stuff like this, like run your scout isn't useless once it's done scouting. It can run around and be grabbing harvestables. That's I'm just digging that. So there you go, folks. The first look at Old World. I'm going to be spending some time with this. The game, I'm not exactly sure when the release date is, but I'm going to be spending time with this so that when there is a chance to do a Let's Play with it, I can come in informed, hopefully, and really give you a good series to watch. I think this is a game that is immediately going to vault to the top of my list of things that I want to be spending the next year playing on a regular basis. I think this is the Civilization game I've been waiting for. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. My Patreon's listed in the description below if you want to see more stuff like this. Patreon's always a good place, and I don't have tiers in my Patreon. I'm not doing anything crazy with it. I'm just like, you know, if you want to purchase basically the cost of a cup of coffee once a month, it goes a long way towards helping me with the channel. And there are things that I would really like to do with my Patreon moving forward, and a couple of my Patreons will tell you. I know Gregory, if he's watching any of this right now, is a good one. He and I converse on a pretty frequent basis because he has lots of Stellaris questions for me as he's playing the game. And so the other day he said, "Man, this one-on-one that I'm getting with you is, I wouldn't have thought this was going to happen." He really appreciates it. And I'm like, well, I'm a small channel and I don't have a lot of Patreons. So if you want one-on-one time with me in emails and stuff, and you want to go back and forth on things, sign up to be a Patreon, because that's how it works. All right, folks. That's it. That's all I got for now. Look forward for more Old World on the channel. I think this is going to be a great game this year. Thanks for watching, everyone.